Now it's time for Talking with Joe. Joe Rose is live from the WQAM studios this morning. Joe, what a difference a week makes. Last week celebrating the miracle in Miami, now not so much celebrating going on. They went into yesterday's game. The Finns went in with some confidence, things looking good for them, and then they got trounced by the Vikings, 41-17. Joe, what went wrong with this team yesterday, besides pretty much everything?
First of all, yeah, everything. I don't have enough time, but I can get into a few things. First of all, it didn't look like they were ready to play to start the game. They were down 21-0 after one quarter and looked like it was going to be an 80-0 game. They just looked flat, like they weren't ready. Then they pick it up, actually jump back in the game, but there's a lot of different things to get to on this thing. This is going to take a full 4 hours today to rip this team on that pathetic performance and how bad they were. On the offensive line and defensive line, they just got absolutely pounded, which seems to be one of the themes of this team every year. And then you go to the overall roster. And you know what bottom line is? They're just not a very good roster. They're just a real mediocre team, and on the road, they're really a bad team. They are a 500 team right now. They got a chance to go over 500. They should beat Jacksonville because that thing's a mess. But really disappointing. It's just the same old story for Dolphin fans. There's a lot of frustration. I don't blame you. There's a lot of great articles today. You want to read Dave Hyde or Mondel Salguero, some strong stuff. I agree with a lot of it. Stephen Ross, owner, you got a lot of tough decisions to make throughout that organization, from players to quarterbacks to front office to coaches. To me, I mean, that's pathetic to be this bad on the road and play like that. It's just awful.
Joe, you mentioned, I know it was bad, and something that wasn't very good yesterday was the offensive line. You mentioned it briefly, giving up 9 sacks, tied for a team record in the loss. Joe, what can they do to improve moving forward? They were missing 2 of their guys, so what do you think?
Well, one of the problems is you got to be able to pick up blitzes. There was a lot of blitzing yesterday, and they didn't do a good job of picking them up. And for some reason, a lot of guys were beaten one-on-one on their blocks, trying to block pass rushers. And Ryan Tannehill, and even the game plan, like, you got to get rid of the ball. You can't drop back and wait for guys to get open down the field when you can't block them. You got to get rid of the ball quickly, shorten the routes, and do some different things. I mean, Ryan Tannehill did not play great. I mean, he missed some throws, but, boy, I got to tell you, he took a beating yesterday. He took a beating whether you like the guy or not. Yeah, he's been injured. So not a lot of good things except the 2 rookies. Kalen Ballage with Mika Fitzpatrick. They're the 2 best players for you. That's not good, by the way. Your 2 rookies are your 2 best players. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That moment to shine.
Nice to see.
Nice that the rookies had that time. Joe, thank you so much. We'll talk to you in the next hour. More Dolphins talk in the next hour.
I'm sorry it was so negative. All right. Thank you.
It'll
Bye-bye.
continue.
All right. It'll continue.